Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this pixeled heart cake topper. I am using gum paste for this. I have printed the stencil that is going to help me to cut around the shape. Ideally for this cake topper you will need two stencils and one should be a little bit smaller than the other one. I have rolled out my gum paste, it's around 3 millimeters thick. Then I place my stencil on top of it and I cut the gum paste around it. This black heart is going to be the back of my cake topper. Then I roll out a bit of white gum paste and I repeat the same process again. Here I'm using the same size stencil. So what it means that because my white heart needs to be a little bit smaller than the black heart, I will need to do extra trimming. Using the same sharp blade, I'm making my white heart smaller. Here is why having two different size stencils would be much handier. Because I'm using the stencil of the same size, I need to do more trimming on the white heart that I would have needed if I used two different size stencils. The key point of trimming here is to keep the 90-degree angles as much as possible. Once I'm happy how my hearts are looking like, I color the white heart in red. I'm using edible tints for that. And later using edible black dust, I'm gonna color the edge of the heart in black. If you have a red gum paste at your hand, use the red gum paste and just use black edible tints to color the edge. While my cake topper is still soft, I'm gonna use wires for inner structure. I'm brushing a little bit of water on my black heart and I'm gonna place some wires on top of it. I am using two 20 gauge wires. At this point I was thinking that it's going to be enough to hold the weight of my cake topper. However, later when I assembled cake topper, I realized that I need the additional wire in between. So I did insert the 18 gauge wire in the middle between those two gauge wires that you see now. What I'm trying to say is that evaluate the weight of your cake topper, and it's better always to do a stronger structure at the beginning rather than fixing it later. I have bent my wires so that they would hold my cake topper more properly. And the middle wire that I inserted later is actually going between those two and is going all the way straight up. Using only the weight of my rolling pin, I push in the wire. My thin layer of water has evaporated a little bit, so I'm adding a little bit more water to help me glue two hearts together. At this moment, make sure your hands are dry because whatever fingerprints you're gonna leave on the top heart, you're gonna stay there forever. So I'm placing the red heart carefully on top of the black heart, making sure it is aligned correctly because once the water touches the red heart, you won't be able to disassemble it. And then again, using just the weight of my rolling pin, I glue my hearts together. I am placing my heart on a piece of parchment paper and this is how I'm going to dry it. But before I dry my cake topper, I trim my black heart a little bit more. And I have dusted my heart a little bit more using the black edible tin. The cake topper is done. You can dry it like that. Depending on the climate zone you are in, it will take up to a few days to dry it completely. However, if you put it in the oven on the lowest heating setting, it can help you speed up the process. And here's the moment where you can see my third wire. I was using 18 gauge wire. I'm using floral tape that will help me hold the wires together. At this moment, my cake topper is still flexible and soft. You can put floral tape as well when the cake topper is completely dry. To help me add the floral tape to the soft cake topper, I lifted my cake topper from the mat using a cup and a cake board. So my cake topper is laying on the cake board and the cake board is laying on the cup. Once my cake topper was completely dry, you see how easy it is to put the floral tape to combine the wires together. You can use matching floral tape to match your cake color or cake topper color as well. Floral tape is not made for food contact, so before inserting my cake topper into the cake, I insert a straw into the place where I want my cake topper to go, and then I insert my cake topper into that straw. Usually I'm using the straw to match the cake topper wire thickness. And if it happens that the straw is thicker than the wire, then I cover the hole while the cake topper is in a straw with fondant or with buttercream if that's a buttercream cake. And there you have it, your cake topper is all done and ready to go. Thank you for watching.